You're listening to BoomBox Weekly.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Gentel Sharrie, and we are here with another episode of BoomBox Weekly. And we have the lovely actress Erica Hubbard. You know her from Lincoln Heights, Save the Last Dance, Aquila in the Bee, The Perfect Wedding, and many more, just to name a few. Thank you, Erica, for being here with us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. I'm excited to do this interview. So I appreciate it.
We're excited too. So your resume is extensive. Like it goes on and on. And I know when you first started your career, one of your breakout roles was Aquila and the Bee. I have
Yes.
to ask you, how was it making that movie? And when you guys were on set in the midst of everything, did you know it was going to be a classic hit?
Well, it was a dream come true. First of all, to make that movie Aquila and the Bee, it was with Lionsgate and Doug Atchison. Shout out to him, the brilliant director who made this dream come true for me, as well as Lionsgate and Lawrence Fishburne and Angela Bassett, Keke Palmer, and all the execs there. Did I know it was going to be a classic? Yeah. When I saw Lawrence Fishburne, I was like, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
let me bring my A game. I was nervous. I'm in the audition, and they told me to do, after you do so many auditions, they don't want to hear the script anymore. Sometimes they just tell you to improv. So they was like, pretend like you have a baby, and the baby's hungry, and go action. And I was like, oh, and so I just blurbed all this stuff out. I kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. And they were like, okay. And I was like, I can do some more. And I was just, a mile a minute just talking because, I wanted to make a great impression. And they were like, we got it. But what made me feel comfortable in the room was when they said Keke Palmer, and she's from Illinois. I was like, oh, I could do this. We really from the same area. So I was just like, that made me feel real comfortable. Like, oh, if I get this role, I get to be around another Midwest girl from Illinois. So it was like a dream come true to work with her. Brilliant. And Angela Bassett. And rest in peace to Lee Thompson Young as well. And then I want to shout out Julito too, who was in the film from The Wire. So it was a good cast.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely one of my favorite films I watched over and over as a little girl. It was just
Thank
seeing you guys doing that for the culture and bringing that message to life that, we're just as smart as the other, everybody else. So it was amazing.
Yeah.
A lot of
Thank
people, you're welcome. A lot of people remake classics. Do you think they would ever remake Aquila and the Bee?
Oh, they could remake it. It would be really good to have the family come back together again, and then have the babies. Maybe Keke can have a baby, I have a baby, and they're doing spelling bees because that's important for the culture to see. Education, spelling, just any kind of anything dealing with academics is important. So we need to see more content like that. We're not getting enough content like that. So if somebody was to bring that back, that would be phenomenal for the culture.
Yes, I agree. And you had another hit series. Right. So you had movies and you popping. So Lincoln Heights too. What's the difference from doing a series and a big movie? Because they were both hits. What was the big difference, do you think, in that?
From an actor standpoint, the pacing. So when you do television, the pacing's faster, and depending if it's a multi-camera or a single camera, how to maneuver your mannerisms per se. So from an actor's standpoint, now from just a camaraderie thing, it's like, wow, when you do films, it's a family, family thing, and then that's it. You talk to them, but then you don't come back. But when you do television, you're there with them day in, day out, every single year after year, like we did with Lincoln Heights. We did it for 4 years. So that really became family. We knew each other's favorite crafty item, like I picked you up this, you want this, and then we just really bonded because we were doing a lot of emotional scenes. So we had to have each other's back. We had to, somebody's crying, which I think Cassie Sutton cried in every episode. She either was kissing or crying in every episode or doing both, kissing and crying. So I remember Robert Addison just having my back. Like, it's okay. Like, if you're an actor, you really have to go there. You can't really let a scene go. They kind of, help you. And or if you have to be, have a certain energy, they cheer you on. So the family vibe is cool for television, because you're with the people longer versus film. But the film thing, now when you get to the premiere and the screening and you get to see it, that's a whole nother movie magic making that like it's phenomenal. It's remarkable, because you get to see the finished product, and you're like anticipating, you're waiting, you all get that together, and then you like it, and it's like it's all joy, but both processes are our dream come true. It's just a magical moment for anytime you hit something like that, because believe me, people don't understand with actresses and actors, we're auditioning 3, 4, 5 times for a role, and then sometimes you're doing a testing where you have to do a chemistry test. And like for a Cinderella story, I had to do a chemistry test, and there were some big names in that room where I'm like, whoa, are they gonna make it? Are they not gonna make it?
Lizzie McGuire, yes.
Yes. We were actually there with the fam. Shout out to the family, the Duff family. Brilliant. The mother, brilliant. The sister, everybody. That right there, that process had us improv too. We got to a certain audition. I think it was like the third one, and you had to be on top of it. But that's a different thing, a different type of improv, because Akilah and the Bee was drama. Hillary Duff, Lizzie McGuire, that was like comedy. So it's a different rhythm, different pace and cadence.
Yes. And I know the industry has changed a lot over the years. And
yes.
What would you say to actors like auditioning? Like you said earlier, sometimes you audition 3 to 4 times, and sometimes you may not even get the audition. How can actors continue to keep their faith and, staying on the right track until they finally hit the jackpot, like how you've hit the jackpot?
Now I think it's easier. It's easier. I see people that don't really have experience and they're working. I think that the doors are open more now than ever. So you can't really say, are people making it or are they not making it? Because they're making it work for them while they're creating their own content. And it's just as important as waiting for a studio or a network to call you, because, you're acting, when people do their skits and they're showing it on social media and they're going viral. So now the opportunity is open, and the people are seeing that, and they're hiring now. So, I mean, the last few projects was either I was working opposite with reality stars, rappers, singers, and social media influencers. So it's easier now for people to have a chance. So.
Yeah. And I know I've asked this question before, but I have to know, especially from experience, actors like you, do you think having a strong social media presence as a blue check mark or big following is going to get you the role over someone who might have the same type of social media presence, but not as many followers, and might not be verified and not really on a bunch of shows?
It depends on the casting director, because every casting director wants something different. So I've had casting directors where they're looking for new talent and the huge followers and stuff. And then I have other casting directors that they're looking for theater people and thespians and people who have training and experience. So it depends on the casting director. So you got to do your research before you audition to see what the casting director wants, so you know how to not play the room. We used to play the room. We auditioned inside the room, but play the self-tape per se, So when you're saying, when they ask you, certain casting directors ask you to slate your name and your location and the role, and then they ask you to do the performance, and then some ask you to talk about yourself a little bit. So you have to know that persona of that casting director, so you can kind of be engaging. So it just depends on the casting, or if you're sending your agent sending an email to the casting person, and there is like, oh, this person has so many followers. You got to find out if the casting director cares about stuff like that. Because some do, some don't,
I see. And
Yeah.
I do see you have been working on a couple films. I saw My Perfect Wedding. Tell us about your role in that.
Oh, thank you. My Perfect Wedding, it's streaming right now on Prime Video and BET Plus, and it was, oh my gosh, that's another dream come true. Help produce that film.
Okay,
It's another
okay.
dream come true. Yeah.
I see you.
I'm doing the writing, producing, directing. I like all of it, all aspects of creativity. So, but that was a dream come true because we don't get to see ourselves being married on TV that much, with films. So the last
Yes.
film that really resonated with me was Jumping the Broom. And how long ago was that? So I was just like, wait a
Like
minute.
2012, maybe?
Right. I'm like, where's our film dealing with matrimony? We get married.
Right. Yes, we can have a happily ever after.
Right. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I was fiending to do that film because I really wanted to see myself in a wedding gown, and so I could portray that image, that positive image that people can see of the beautiful bride, and
Yes.
hopefully, that ignites more people to want to get married, her going through those steps of trying to find a guy, and those guys trying to find the right girl, in that movie, and then making it happen. I mean, love, what better of a story to have besides My Perfect Wedding, because it's a love story. It's a really good love story.
Because we need some love in the air. I mean,
yes, right now, especially.
It's tough
more.
out here. It's tough out here. I don't know if it's because like sometimes I don't know what it is. I don't know, but yeah, it's pretty tough. I hope
it's social media. It's social media. That's why I'm just gonna put it out there like that and be quite honest, because people see a whole bunch of people everywhere. People are just peopling.
Right.
It's people everywhere.
You're right. Because you can meet people so easy on Instagram.
Yeah. And people doing whatever. And it's like, it's a lot going on right now. So it's just different. It's just different, but I thought, I just found out really today. I was having a conversation with myself, like, wow, the DMs is just like, I'm like, wow, it's a dating app.
It is a dating app.
Like, all of them. I'm looking at the DMs and I'm just like, whoa. Yeah. It's on all the platforms. And the stuff that they sending and saying, I'm like, wow. And then you don't really know the people. People getting caught up in situations you don't even know the people.
Yes, because sometimes people will not tell everything that's happening on their end, try to shoot their shot when they're already in another situation.
Yes. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's a lot. But I try to use it as a business tool because I like meeting people. I like working with people. So I'm trying to see who's like-minded so we can create.
Yes, because it is a lot of artists on social media too. So it's a lot of collabs that can definitely happen.
Oh my gosh. It's phenomenal. I've gotten a lot of jobs off of social media. And that's what I like. I like working and, people bringing their stories to life. So people have been sending me a lot of scripts, and I'm trying to do as much as I can this year so I can bring everybody's dream to fruition. So, and I want to talk about that. I just did a holiday film, which is coming out. So
yes, let us know.
He Who Findeth is coming out. Starring opposite of Brad James. And again, a really great love story. When I saw this one, because this is my first Christmas film. I don't do Christmas films. I was like, I'm not gonna do that because kind of corny. But this one is not. It's so relatable, and the writing. Shout out to Ramona who wrote it. It's phenomenal. Like, it's like, okay, it's got a lot of moments in there that are real. It's realistic. I read so many scripts and I'm like, this one was like, oh, I want to do this one. I want to do this one. So He Who Findeth is coming out soon.
Okay, so y'all got to check it out. It's going to come out towards Christmas, I'm going to assume.
Yes.
That's good. So I know you said that you're doing like behind the scenes too, producing, writing, directing.
Yep.
Are you directing any projects right now, or you are. What projects you got coming up directing? So we can see your directing
You said,
action.
I got you. I got you. um, I wrote a Christmas film myself that I'm gonna go into pre-production the end of this year, called Holiday Mistletoe, and I'm just directing that. So I gotta find the love matches. I'm big on chemistry because sometimes I see these movies, I'm like, did they really, really? They weren't feeling that. So I'm really big on that. So I'm combing the internet too, like what if I'm like looking for talent, women and a man to share those vibes on screen, you know. So that's coming out. And then I just finished a short film called Policies and Procedures. To get on a serious note, it's about child neglect and a mother who's alcoholic. So it's some serious content. And I wanted to put that message out there to show, families that come from trauma and how they deal with the trauma and how they can move forward in life. Or if they're stuck, what makes you unstuck, when you're dealing with prior abuse in your family, and to just break the generational cycle. So that right there is important to me because that's a huge message to me about, just humanity, caring for humanity is important. It's called Policy and Procedures, but it just won an award for Best African American Short Film.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, thank you.
Congrats.
Yes. So I was excited about that with Film Indie Fest that we won an award. So between comedy and drama, I'm just trying to find my lane because I don't know which one I like more of just yet. But when I find out, I'm gonna stick to it,
Yes. Well, doing all the projects that you're doing, you're definitely going to find it and find some more stuff you probably weren't looking for. Because it's funny how you say you don't do that many Christmas movies, but you're directing the whole Christmas movie. Look at that.
I am. I'm directing one because I love the love stories. And this right here, I can't wait to direct the actor and the actress and have those sparks fly. And then make it a classic because we all want to see sparks fly. We all want those love stories, and like you said, a lot of people want to see that because it brings joy to you, to see a connection. Huh?
I said it gives hope too. Hope that
it gives hope too.
Hope that love is out there. It's like, well, they can have it. I know I can find my man.
Connection. Connections is important, trying to find who matches who and whatnot. Who's, I think the biggest thing, I'm gonna throw this out there. You got to find out who's an extrovert and who's an introvert, or who's I think in between is an ambivert. If I'm saying it right, but you got to find that out, because then if you like to go, and that person likes to stay still, or you find out, you guys got to match with your energy. And my energy sometimes doesn't match with people because I'm a high energetic person. They'll be like, what are you doing? I'm doing this. I'm going here. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And they're like, I don't like people with low energy like that. I'm like, come on, no, let's get it. Let's go. But I think whoever finds their match, if somebody's a homebody and they have low energy, then hey, that's your person. Well, I know my person and my pick. I don't want that guy to like, let's go, let's do it. Go get her. Like,
yes, we hitting the streets.
Go get her. So I just know I just have a lot of energy, whether I have coffee or not. So I am the way I am, and I'm an extrovert. I'm a people person. So if you take me out, I guarantee you, I'm gonna do some icebreakers. I'm gonna meet some people. So. Some people, vibe with that. Some people don't. But everybody has to find their personality they click with, But you know what? Speaking of that, I wrote a whole list of like important questions, because when you meet people are like, "What's your favorite color? What's your middle name? Where do you live? What's your credit score?" I think the most important question is, have you been to therapy, or have you not been? Because some people mentally dealing with society, their jobs, their families, and the stress, they may need to do that if they can't handle it. So you got to know how much you can handle in life. Because if you can't handle a certain thing, then maybe you need to consider this option,
Right.
So,
That's big.
I'm big on mental health because I've met some people where I'm like, oh, okay, goodbye. You know.
Yeah, no, seriously, like mental health is definitely a thing, especially right now. And you got to find somebody who's going to match your type of mental health that you got going on. Because I feel like we all got some type of, things we struggle with, but we got to figure out who's going to, like you said, who's going to be like a niche. But
And some people. I understand exactly what you're saying. Some people can handle certain things and other people can't. So you got to know what you're dealing with. And a lot of people aren't honest in the beginning. I need you to be honest in the beginning. Like, what happened to you? Are you healed? Because I'm trying to travel the world and have fun and eat different things and be happy, and I need you to be up out of your sadness so we can just do this life together.
Yes. Because it's hard to do life when all the, everything's not out on the table. If I don't know everything, it's hard to do life with you, especially when you're trying to keep things in and I'm not understanding why you're doing certain things.
Yeah. I mean, honesty, I saw this quote says on Instagram, it says honesty saves a lot of people time. So you got to just be honest. But everybody's all into the, oh, you look cute, she look cute, he look cute. And that stuff does not last. It does not, it's not meaningful.
It ain't all about that.
And then people get into those marriages and then they're like, I'm like, man, you got to know your person who you setting up your business with. And it's important. It's important. People think it's a game. It's not a game. It's important.
It's not a game because marriage is like a business. Like the more you really think about it, yes, the love, you want the affection, all that kind of stuff, but you're literally building your life, creating life with that person.
It's a business. There's people that can add value and there's people that can subtract value to you. You have to make sure that they're just not, they're going to make me feel great. They're going to make me feel good. No, what do they bring to the table where you guys can both grow? Because after that certain amount of years, the 1, 2nd, 3rd, the honeymoon phase is over and that whole cuddle phase and you guys are going to argue. Everybody's going to argue. It's going to be something.
Yeah. That's
everybody's going to argue. That you got to figure out if that person compromises with you. And then also, how's your pillow talk? I'm big on pillow talk. How can we grow? What are you saying to me in my ear that can make me, climb the ladder to success? Yeah. Some people don't have good pillow talk.
Yeah, no, pillow talk definitely matters. Like communication, all that matters. Like, because if we can't talk and I can't talk to you how I can talk to like my best friend or like my mom or my other family members, it's going to be hard to sustain that relationship.
It is. It's hard. And then there's another thing too, as far as communication, because like I'm not a real big phone person and people know that. I do not like to talk on the phone, but when I'm in front of you, I talk. I won't close my mouth sometimes. But but I don't want to just talk just to talk. You know what I mean? I want to talk about how I can make you grow your empire and vice versa. It's got to be reciprocal, So hopefully, people out there getting that instead of that whole, he likes the same food I like. Okay. That's great.
Yeah. That's
silly, it's like surfing stuff.
Yeah. That's going to get boring towards the end. Like favorite color, favorite food. It's like, okay. What can we do together?
Right. That gets boring. But I've been lucky where I met some like really great people. So females too, for long female friends that I've had female friends from high school and grammar school. Maybe that's the extrovert in me. I like my relationships with people, but I'm a humanitarian. I'm a philanthropist too. I run a 501c3 that deals with helping boost people's self-esteem up, at-risk youth. And if they're dealing with self-awareness issues, I'm speaking life into them and giving them certain techniques on how to increase your confidence. So that's important to me when I'm talking to an individual because, you could build somebody up and they can grow to be a great person, or there's people out there that drain you. So you got to know, which is which. But with me and my expertise, I like sewing into people's lives because, you know, pay it forward. You know, somebody did it for me. I want to make sure I do it for somebody else, you know.
That's good. That's amazing. So we're going to take a quick little break real quick. We're going to give a shout out to our proud sponsors, 24/7 Live Culture. Let's check it out. So we are back from the commercial break. Erica, I have to ask, there's a lot going on in the industry with the writer's strike. What do you think about it? Have you ever seen it happen before? And when do you think it's going to end?
Yeah, we've had a strike before. And when do I think it's going to end? We don't know. It's no telling. Hopefully soon everybody can get to an agreement and everybody can get back to work. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, we kind of just got to tough it out, you know. But I think when it's over, things are going to be better for people because people just want, you know, fairness, and fairness is good for everybody all around. So hopefully it works out and everybody, you know, comes to an agreement.
Yes, I hope so too. Hopefully soon, because I do think that the writers and actors definitely deserve what they're asking for. For sure. I just hope these streaming platforms and the people who are over the funds really see that, you know, it's worth it. I saw that from Squid Games, the creator of Squid Games, Netflix made over 900 million just off of like streaming Squid Games. And I don't even think the creator received majority of that, you know, income. So it's crazy how much money they're making on us. And, you know, we're not even receiving it on the back end.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know. All I do know is that every negotiation things get better. So me being an optimist, that I know things will get better, and then people will see the fruits of their labor, and that's what we all want to see, is the fruits of the labor. So speaking positive into the situation, is all going to work out, and then people can recoup.
Yes. I agree. You've been doing a lot of love film. Do you have a dream film you would like to create? Like, if you could create any dream film, who would it be with? If you could choose one person in the world.
Wow, great question. Okay, so does it have to be a female or does it have to be a male? My one dream film, just one.
One. It could be female or male.
Ooh, I'm picking. I can't pick two. Okay, so my dream.
Okay, you
film,
can
if
do
I
two.
had one film. Okay, I was gonna say Meryl Streep.
Ooh.
I could probably learn a lot from her. I have learned a lot looking at her work, and then even being opposite of her, I could probably learn even more. And me coming from a theater background, studying Shakespeare, or you know, all of that, Chekhov, all of that. I know that would bring out the training that I've had. So I'm looking for to bounce back off of a talent that has the wherewithal, the expertise that I've been trained with as well. So it's just not like just me. It's like a back and forth connection.
Yeah. Meryl Streep, that's a good one because she's definitely a legend.
Woo.
Yes.
Hats off to her. But I do like Viola Davis, Angela Bassett, Tilda Swinton, Glenn Close, Kate Winslet, Hilary Swank. I like some powerhouse women that can carry the scene emotionally and evoke so much out of you where you're just like, wow, you feel it. It jumps across the screen to you. So I really like those type of performances. Oh, and then my favorite would be Monsters Ball. Charlize Theron is just brilliant. brilliant in that role, how she transformed in that. I have a film coming out called Black Cats where I play a lesbian mayor and used her techniques that I witnessed, used that in the performance. So I was trying to pull from her work in that. So it's gonna be different. Black Cats is gonna be totally different from the Christmas film He Who Find It that I did. And I want people.
But that shows your depth. It shows the range that you can bring to a character, you know.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I never want my work to get boring to me. So
not with those roles. Sure. You giving us you giving us some options.
I'm trying to be an inspiration. That's all I ever want to be, an inspiration. If I can't be an inspiration, then what am I here for? What am I doing? So
yeah, well, you're doing a lot of great things. So I'm sure you're inspiring a lot from the youth to like just your work, watching on TV. Like, you know, people can definitely feel your characters. I've watched your characters. And when they told me, you know, we were going to interview on the podcast, I was like, oh my gosh, you know.
I appreciate that. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. And that's just my job, is to keep encouraging people by the work that I do.
That's good. So when you get your roles and you're preparing for it, what type of techniques, or how do you get into the moment? Do you listen to a favorite song? Do you go through like a Meisner? What do you do?
I mean, there's a lot of techniques. Sometimes I combine them all. I mean, auditory, that's good, you know. Music, I think everybody kind of does that though. I'm just trying to do for depth. Method. That's better, because if you can, you know somebody that has been there, or that can really help you, you know, interviewing somebody that's, you know, and following somebody and picking up their nuances and stuff. And then also just repetition, not getting in your head though, because you can tell when people get in their head. So letting it go. So really feeling the moments and the beats and stuff. But also there's a lot of exercises that actors do not do before they go on, and I think they're detrimental to do, to loosen up, because we are the instrument, you know. So we got to do our exercises and go back to, you know, class 101. You know, why are we taking those classes where we're saying, you know, tongue twisters? It's important. Why are we taking those classes where we're doing body movement? It's important. Why are we taking those classes where we're doing speech and how to talk in cadences? It's important. Why are we taking those classes where we're doing ad-libbing and improv and stuff? It's important. So all of those techniques are important, and to combine them, so when you get on screen, you know, you can use all of it to push the scene. So
yes. Do you have any characters where you felt like you had to really dig deep into? Like it really took you where you had to like really like think about. Yeah.
The film that I just directed, Policy and Procedures, my short film, I really dug deep, you know, playing a alcoholic mother, dug deep for that one. And then also Black Cats, that's coming out, directed by Mark Harris. I dug deep for that one too, because it's nothing like me. I transformed. I put the picture out, but people are like, that's not you, or what is that you? But everything, you know, everything that I did, it was I did a lot of techniques in that, so I can't wait for people to see that. And then also the chemistry work too. I don't want to you know, not talk about that, because in order to have chemistry on camera, like with Cassie, with Lincoln Heights, and to have people really feel that, you have to do some work there too. So you got to pull from somewhere, you know, whatever emotion it is, you got to pull from somewhere.
Yes. You do have to pull from somewhere. You have to figure it out, or it's not gonna, you know, correlate on screen.
Right.
I act too, so sometimes I like to figure out how people bring out their different emotions. Because for me, I wouldn't say I'm like insensitive, but it's hard for me to show like the real vulnerability just to like to family or friends. So I always wonder how other people get that real like raw emotions. And I know method acting can help with that too.
Method can help with that. As far as vulnerability, it's a freedom. It's a freedom once you hit that level of vulnerability. And also it's a creative awakening, Because if you're in the moment and you're really vulnerable, stuff starts happening in the moment that you can use in the scene. It just comes to you naturally. It naturally, like as if we're off screen and we're having a conversation.
Yeah.
But it is a creative awakening. And I don't know, people who are creatively awakened and people who aren't. They're just like, wait, what is going on? Cut. Hold on. What is going on? I need you to so I mean some people are camera shy and that's just it, and some people are camera lovers and then they could feed off of that and back and forth. So it is a skill set, and I think the more we practice our monologues, our scenes and stuff, the training, you can reach that level of freedom.
Yes. Okay, dropping some gems today on BoomBox Weekly. So you pour into the community, you pour into the youth, you pour into people. What would you say to someone who could possibly just be having a hard time, but they need some motivation to keep going?
Most definitely, I would say that you are what you think. So we have to think I am good, and do nothing but feed your nervous system great, positive mantras and vibes. I will succeed. I am a success. So you most definitely have to just say that to yourself regularly. Like you drink water every day. You have to say your words to make yourself grow every day, and your self-talk is important. It either grows you or it can just keep you stuck. So your self-talk, your self-awareness is so important. And then also when you vibe out, whether you listen to good music or if you're meditating or if you're journaling, you have to find a space where you feed yourself, mentally. And then your circle is important. This could be this is not a game. Who's around you can help you, succeed in life. So you got to find I don't know if it's your cousins or your mom and dad or your sister or a mentor or fellowshipping at church, or if it's even somebody at a grocery store you talk to all the time that always encourages you. Because I have friends too that are at the cash register. They're like, hey. So you gotta find the people that make you feel good about yourself, because you're gonna make them feel good about themselves, and this is gonna be a exchange of power, so to speak. So I lift you up, you lift me up, and we're all uplifted.
Yes. I like that. Plant your seeds to like make you grow. Like you said, drink your water every day, talking to yourself, motivating, even if you have to write things down. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this has been amazing. Oh my goodness, you're working on so much stuff.
Thank you.
Heard about your story, you on Aquila and the B, Lincoln Heights. It's been simply amazing. Where can the viewers follow you and see your work, the rest of your work?
I'm on social media on Instagram at one Erica Hubbard. Come by, say hi. A lot of people do on Facebook. They say hi, and then also on Twitter. So I'm on all the social media outlets, on everything, Snapchat, LinkedIn, and just keep supporting me. And I appreciate all the love and support. And then hopefully, you guys enjoy the rest of the projects that I do, and we just keep making movie magic.
You heard it here first. BoomBox Weekly.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on BoomBox Weekly. I appreciate it, everybody. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the summer, the hot summer.
Yes.
Good vibes.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're listening to BoomBox Weekly.